Welcome to our 8th theory video for From Season 3. I am Dan, and that is Xander. As you can see, it's just two of us today. So we're going to talk your comments and theorize about them and go into little tangents of our own. There's only 2 episodes left, Xander. 2.
Only 2. I'm kind of sad. Kind of excited, but kind of sad, man.
I'm getting there, dude. And the thing is, that means we only have one more theory video, but we have a big live stream planned the Saturday night before the finale premieres. Can't wait to do that. And since we only have one more theory video, guys, get your videos in. I would love for the last theory video to be all video submissions. That would be so much fun.
That'd be so cool, yeah.
Get them in. Either DM us, tag us on Instagram or Twitter is the best way. You could do TikTok if you want, but Instagram or Twitter, we're at Scene Invaders. Send in your theories. No leak stuff. We don't want any leaks on this channel. Let's have some fun. People want to know what Xander has to say, so we'll hear his thoughts. So first one was on Twitter from Jessica Dunn. I think the book that Ethan keeps reading will explain what is going on in FROMville. The answers to the end are at the beginning. And then we had Yuru123, who has 2 comments in this video. They say, would love to see a deep dive into Xander's theory at the 22-minute mark about the whole story possibly coming from Ethan's book. I think you're really onto something here. Amazing video as always. So go ahead.
All right. So I have to go back. I know everybody wants to hear it, but I don't want to mess it up at all. And I know what Ethan says at the beginning of the show because I've watched through season 1 and 2 twice before we watch season 3 because I love this show. Yes. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to piece together my theory. I'm going to write it down. That's how serious I am about this. And then I'm going to talk about it on the live stream we do on the Saturday before the finale. So if you really want to hear what I got to say, I am 100% positive that the answers to this entire show are in that very, very first scene of this show. And I didn't even need this quote from the answers or in the beginning and all that stuff. I knew watching that scene, I was like, this is one of those moments where they're giving you all the answers. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to pick through it with the finest tooth comb, and you guys can come on the show and talk about it. If you're in our Discord, which is just $1 a month, join the Discord. We're going to bring people on to the live show. You're going to be able to call in. We're going to talk theories with you guys live. So if that's something you want to do, if you want to ask me questions about this theory, if you want to help me get through it and we can figure out what's going on in this show, join the Discord. You can hop on the call. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. And maybe we'll crack this show before anyone else does. Maybe we'll know exactly where it's heading before anyone else.
Yeah, and again, so that's going to be November 23rd from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time. We might go later than that. I mean, I really have no cap on when we're going to end it. We're just guessing it's going to be around 2 hours. If you like what we do, you want to support us, it's $1 to get into Discord. We have a special going for 20 more spots, and I'll extend it if a bunch of people join right now for more people to get in for that $1 slot. That way you can get in the show. You can talk to us live. It'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, September 23rd, 7 p.m. is when we're going to start it. It's going to be a ton of fun. All right. Now, the next one is somebody had a question.
All right, so this one is from @KEllis4096. Why does the kimono woman needs Elgin's blood? Is it for the kimono woman? Is it for Fatima to drink or transfuse? Will it be for the baby to drink? Can't wait to see what happens in that cellar. I just hope Elgin is good and kimono woman is good and Fatima will be okay. I also hope the baby is something that will help the town.
We were talking about in the last review video that we made, maybe it's a transfusion type of thing, right? But the more I think about it is, you know, we saw her drinking blood, Nikki, when Nikki was shot, right? We saw her drinking the blood.
Stick a finger in there.
Yeah, so I think the purpose of the blood is for Fatima to consume it, and maybe that's what she needs in order to give birth to whatever she's going to give birth to. So I think that could be the reason why. And I'm sorry, I don't think Kimono Lady is good, and I don't know if the baby will be a good thing either.
I think Elgin is good, but the same way Sarah is good, you know?
Sure.
Yeah. We're like, he's been led astray by the forces of the town and he's really trying to get everyone home, but something's messing with his brain. So I don't think Elgin's a bad guy per se, but I think, he's definitely doing something not so good right now.
He thinks he's doing the right thing, right? Like he
definitely.
He obviously thinks he's doing the right thing, and he thinks the kimono lady is doing the right thing. But I think it's just the town messing with him, and she's using him basically to be a vehicle to get what she wants, which is for this birth to happen, right? So I think that's what it's going to be, and I think she's going to drink the blood. Maybe it will be a transfusion, but what do you think? You think she'll drink it?
No, I think it's definitely going to be drink. I don't think it'll be. I mean, I don't know, because the photograph was of the bag in an IV bag.
Yeah,
so maybe it's going to be a transfusion.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
But it'd be cool. It'd be a lot cooler if she drank it. Be a lot cooler.
Yeah. That'd be gnarly. All right. Couple cool things about the time travel aspect that we got with Julie. So now that bag of tricks is open, we need to talk about it a little bit. First one comes from Love Power Forever. Time travel seems like that of Interstellar movie, which is my favorite movie of all time. I have a tattoo of Interstellar, and I agree. It kind of seems the same, in the same vein of we cause what happens. You know what I mean? And it's not really time travel, but it kind of is at the same time. Do you get the Interstellar connection?
I think it ties in really well with kind of what Jade was saying a few episodes ago, where he was guessing whether it's dimensions, whether they're in like a different dimension. And I feel like that kind of ties in the Interstellar thing, where maybe the ruins or where Julie is or what happened to her kind of lets her slip through dimensions. And one of those dimensions is like popping through time. You know?
Yeah. I think it's something like that. Because again, she went from one to the other quite quickly, right? When she was with Martin and she threw the rope down to Boyd, and then she heard her mom. And we had a lot of people in the comments say they went back and rewatched the episode. Tabitha did not hear Julie.
Oh,
she
no.
She didn't. They were like, I went and fact checked it. She didn't hear Julie. It's season 2, episode 1, if you guys want to go look for yourself. Yeah, I think that's really cool. And the next one talks about time travel too. Since they introduced time travel, time displacement, however you want to think about it in your brain to make sense, I think the Interstellar connection is great. Let's go some more on this side.
All right, this one's from Jason Thomas, 9729. Since time travel is on the table, when the boy in white says the answers are in the beginning, he might literally mean they need to go back to the point of the original ritual to sacrifice the kids and stop it. They just need to figure out how the tree works exactly so they can go back. I wonder how many can go back. Is it just one chosen, or can they travel as a group?
Great question. What do you think?
I think there's going to be more than one person that can travel. I think we were led to believe that Jade's visions of people from other timelines were just visions.
Yeah.
And maybe he is just a person who's already slipping through. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't been able to affect anything from the past yet, or like bring anything, like Julie threw the rope, she touched something physical and changed it. He hasn't been able to do that. But I'm thinking that there's going to be probably a few people that are the main characters, because that's usually how these things work, that are going to be able to affect things. I guess it could mean both things, right? It could mean that they literally have to go back and stop the sacrifice. And it also could mean that all of the answers are at the start of the show.
This whole thing, the way they did it with Julie, it reminds me of that old saying, like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? It's kind of like the same deal, right? Was Boyd down there and then she came, or did she do that before? Like, it kind of gets you thinking of how it all works, and it kind of messes with your brain a little bit, gets all mushy inside there.
It ties into like Tabitha and Miranda as well, where they were having dreams of this place before they were there, kind of thing. And we were talking about how a lot of the characters, it seems like they're destined to be there, almost, Lost-esque. We talk about that a lot. But this all kind of ties into that, where like Julie had to be the one to throw the rope, to be the person that could be infected by the cicadas, to go back. It all kind of eats itself. It's like a big snake eating itself. I love that kind of concept too. It's my favorite. This next one is from @Maya580. My theory after watching Julie's scene is that the main characters we know are somehow a part of a paradox that has existed for generations. The only way to escape the town without returning is to stop it from existing in the past. We know that Julie was the one to give Boyd the rope to climb up the well, but what if things were to be changed? Example, stopping Victor's mom from going into the tree. Also, it would make sense that the screaming that Julie says she hears all the time is the screams of herself, Randall, and Marielle. Her experience in the future, which is unavoidable, is a result of her looking into the past and altering events. It makes my brain hurt, and I wonder if she is the only one with this ability.
Yeah, so it's kind of similar to the one we just read, right? Who has these abilities. And like you said, Jade could have already done that without realizing he already did that, with seeing the Civil War guy and everything. So yeah, interesting comment here.
The only safe way you can do time travel in any sort of medium is if it's things that are destined to happen, kind of like Spider-Man canon events, like things that will always happen. And it would make more sense to me if they can't go back and affect the past, but by the end of the show, we figure out that they are all the ones that sacrificed the kids and started the town. You know what I mean? Like, I could see it kind of wrapping around itself and being like, all these people caused themselves to be in this situation, something along those lines. But I don't think they'll start messing with like, you can go back and change this, because it opens too many doors.
Yeah, it does. It gets a little too tricky when you do that type of thing. Yeah. Because we've talked about it in these videos before that certain characters, like you just said, were meant to be in the town. Like Tabitha, how she had dreams and Jade was like, well, did you ever have a chance? You were always going to end up here type of thing, right? So do you think there's going to be some type of arc that goes full circle and then we see that they actually caused all of this? Is that what you're saying?
I could see them playing it with the classic way that you do time travel, which is people realizing that there's time travel, going back and trying to affect things, but really they're just causing the things they're trying to prevent. I could see that kind of being the vein that they're going to go down.
I like it a lot. Which, by the way, they haven't officially renewed for season 4 yet. If this show gets canceled,
I will riot. I will riot, bro. Holy cow.
Yeah, because I said in a previous video, they're going to have 5 seasons, and people were like, it's not renewed for season 4 yet. So I'm like, holy shit, it's actually not officially renewed. But there's such a big, like the FROMily behind this show is massive. And it's only getting bigger. More and more people are discovering this show every year. So they cannot cancel it. They cannot.
Yeah, and it really seems like they upped the budget on this season. It definitely looks and feels a lot better than season 1. So I'm assuming we're definitely going to get a season 4 and 5. They're probably just holding off on it so people don't know if there's a season 4. You know, for people that don't know that there's a 4 and 5, maybe they're just being like, oh, this could be the end, kind of holding suspense, and then they'll announce it when the season's done. I think most studios announce after a season's done anyway that it's renewed.
Not too worried. After Sugar ended, it took like 3 months for them to announce they were doing a season 2. So I guess it's not always right away, but someone actually commented if this was a Netflix show, they would have canceled it already. It'd be done already.
Oh, season 2, maybe. We maybe would have gotten season 2.
Yeah. So luckily that's on a different service. All right. Next up is from Early Bird 19. Now that we know for sure time acts weird in the show, I feel like we have to revisit all the scenes with characters talking to people from the past, specifically Abby and Boyd in the Threshold. What if that was Abby, past Abby, and future Boyd, both in present talking to each other? Abby had a dream we haven't seen and was certain Boyd couldn't have made it, so what if she had seen this future Boyd unknowingly leading her to make incorrect judgments since time travel and all the weird stuff from later seasons hadn't happened to her, thus giving her no real reason to assume it wasn't a random dream?
That's super interesting. I've never thought about that, going back and thinking about all the people they've talked to in the past, like, I guess, Tom and stuff. But they make a lot of comments, I guess, for some of the characters. Tom knows he's dead when he comes back. Abby, though, Abby would be really interesting to know if she was actually in that cellar. I think the reason that she thought Boyd wasn't alive, though, was because he spent the night out in the forest.
Yeah, she was like, how the hell did you make it back?
Yeah, there's no way you made it back.
This can't be real. This can't be real type of thing. Yeah, he was about to show her the talisman. He was about to be like, look, we have a chance here. And it was too late because she aimed her gun at Ellis and he took her out. So yeah, it's really interesting. It makes you think. I like this one a lot. That'd be crazy to see, more Abby scenes in the future. I wonder if that's true. Another little nugget I got for you. Somebody I work with showed me on IMDb the casting for The Man in Yellow. So that is coming. It's on IMDb.
But IMDb can be edited by anyone. It's kind of like Wikipedia, so don't take it as gospel, but that's pretty cool.
That's why I'm not saying who the actor is, but it's out there that potentially we're getting The Man in Yellow. I wonder if it's this season. I hope it's this season. That would be awesome,
sweet.
Right?
What a good ending that would be.
That'd be such a good ending for someone that we've been seeing since, or just this season with the paintings.
I think it was just this season with the paintings.
Yeah. So that'd be a really cool payoff because they set that up like episode 1. And then if you show them in the finale, it's like, oh shit. It's like a next level boss type of thing. It's going to be cool.
With all this time travel stuff, remember that picture that we saw on, I can't remember what, someone sent a picture to us of when they're in Henry's house and Tabitha's standing beside the picture of young Miranda.
I'll put it up. I still have it. Thanks for reminding me. He messaged me again Sunday after he watched our review. It's Matthew Pavone. He messaged me on Instagram. Here's the picture that Xander was just talking about, how young Tabitha looks like Eloise. That's her name, right?
Oh, Eloise. It's Eloise.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How it looks like her. So she could be the sister, because that was the time that she got lost, I guess, or, you know, just a picture when she was young. It's hanging up on the wall in Henry's house.
Yeah.
And how young Tabitha kind of looks like her. You could make that connection. Again, you guys can decide for yourself. Here it is. I meant to put this in a previous theory video, so I'm glad we're talking about it. And then he sent me another video that somebody made on TikTok that Martin looks like the priest. And they're kind of similar looking when you take away the beard and the hair and everything.
Martin.
Martin, the guy that was chained to the wall that said, "My blood is your blood." Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. And how the priest, he knew that Thomas was a male before asking.
He knew the priest. Didn't he come with his brother? Didn't his brother die the first night?
Oh, I'm talking about the priest that Tabitha talked to.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you meant like Father Cotchery.
Not Father Cotchery, no.
Oh, okay. Man, I could use some more Father Cotchery.
Yeah, me too. I like his scenes. No, the priest that Tabitha talked to.
Oh, okay.
Someone made a video of Martin and him, and like they kind of look the same.
Whoa.
They kind of look the same. So that would be crazy if that priest was Martin. It's kind of an out there theory, but
That priest is somebody, man.
he's somebody.
Yeah, that was
on.
too weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really wild coincidence. And this guy, he sent me two really cool things, so I'm happy we're highlighting them now. So yeah, really interesting stuff. It makes you think.
And
But you guys can decide on your own.
Tabitha and Victor have a really good connection. We've seen it from this season especially. So it would be interesting if they're actually family. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be an answer I want this season. I don't want to wait, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to wait much longer to find that out, but we'll see if they give it to us. We'll see. All right, you have another one from Kay Ellis. She made the video twice today.
Oh, got good theories. All right. So Kay Ellis 4096. Could the tree they poured the hope into be the tree they see in the road? It was in the first episode. It's bringing back the original town descendants, Abby line, Tabitha's line, Randall, and Marielle. Also Donna. Could someone in the town be her sister's child? To help the children move on from the eternal pain that they feel, maybe the boy in white needed Victor's dad to unlock something in Victor to help the people solve the cycle puzzle, awaken the memories, and remind them how much power they have together to defeat the monsters and the bad entity that's looming over FROMville. There's a battle of good and evil going on. We just don't know which is which.
All right, little preview for you guys. The last comment is going to talk about the tree that everyone sees in the road, right? Which kind of goes untalked about. And it's a really important thing. When you see that tree, you're fucked. You're in FROMville. So that's interesting to think, could that be the tree that they were talking about and not the bottle tree?
I've never thought about it too, but odds that tree in the road is a faraway tree, probably pretty high.
Yeah, probably pretty high.
Yeah.
Because that is the tree that gets you into town.
Yeah.
So it's got to be more important than we're led on so far. Like pretty much,
it's not just a tree. Yeah.
Yeah. They kind of just go by it every time and don't really acknowledge it. But that's it. When you're there, you're there. So it's fun to think about. I still tend to believe the Ankui's sacrifice was the bottle tree.
Yeah.
But it's fun to think about that it could be that they meant the one that's knocked down and that's in the road.
That'd be pretty wild.
And you see Victor hacking away at the bottle tree with an axe. So maybe that's it. I don't know. Just saying.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. All right. Next up is from Yuru123 again. This might be a stretch, but have you ever considered the connection between Ankh, the ancient Egyptian symbol for life or eternal life, and the word Ankui? The Ankh, often called the key of life, is a cross with a loop at the top, symbolizing life, the afterlife, and the god's power. Now, what if Ankui carries a hidden meaning like Hodor's hold the door from Game of Thrones? Imagine blending Ankh, life, with Kui, a call that echoes back, suggesting Ankui could mean an echo of life like a spirit's lingering call. Just a thought. I love the Hodor reference. Yeah.
Oh, me too. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
When Game of Thrones was good.
Yes.
I love this theory a lot. Another thing about the Ankh, when this was their belief in Egyptian times, is that it would circulate your power, I guess, like your energy, your life energy. It would like circulate it back to you and help you like live longer life or eternal life or whatever. So that's actually really interesting because a lot of this stuff has to do with, echoes in life, and these kids probably don't die because they've been around for a while since the start of the town. So that's pretty interesting theory, man.
Yeah, really cool stuff. I loved it. All right, the last one is going to cause kind of a conversation between Xander and I want to shout this user out on Twitter if you're not following him, at Fans of From. And their name is the FROMily. Really great page. They support the show. They retweet us. They're supportive of us. They're all about the FROMily and, this community. So give them a follow if you're not following them. The best fan page of From that I've seen so far. So yeah, I really want to shout that out. So here's what they had to say to me when I asked if they wanted to be involved in the video.
All right. It's not a theory so much as I really want to know what would happen if someone went past the downed tree. Also, my original theory was that the town is cursed and something these people did in their lives caused it. I figured people got turned into those monsters as a backfire of the curse. So almost like paradox. All these people all over the country did something at the same time and started this curse by mistake and have to figure out how to end it before they die or become monsters themselves.
So a lot of that is stuff that we've kind of already talked about, and it's a great way to end it off here. But think about it, though. No one tries to hop the tree and go that way. Everybody turns around. Yeah. So what happens if you go that way? That's super interesting.
And it's not a very big tree.
Yeah, you
when
can
that
hop
ambulance hit it, I was like, tie a fucking rope, drag it out of the street. Just keep driving straight.
Yeah.
But I think you'd end up in FROMville either way. I think once you see the tree, you're in FROMville. It's already too late. I don't know. That's super interesting, man. The idea that they're cursed and that they all did something, I think could be correct, but maybe it's they did something in their past lives. Maybe all these people are like reincarnated versions of the people who killed the Ankui kids, and they just keep coming back over and over until they fix their mistake.
Yeah. It's like hell. You're just there. You're just there. You got to deal with it over and over again, always trying to solve it over and over again. And it's just a cycle that continues.
They created their own hell and they're just trying to find their way out of it. Yeah. And life after life. Yeah.
And some people think the show is going to end with Ethan being the only one left, kind of like how Victor was the only one left and the cycle started all over again. So,
man, I could see this show doing something like 80s horror-esque and just having an ending that's such a downer.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, like Stephen King style, just like, and everything was bad. Have fun, guys.
The hopefulness in me hopes that they solve it and everybody gets to go home and the town is no more. I think that would be satisfying, but probably not likely.
But if it doesn't end that way, we could get another series, maybe, you know?
Spin off.
Never know.
Yeah. Really cool stuff. Great comments as usual, guys. So we have one more theory video after episode 9. And then after episode 10, we're going to do season 4 predictions and theories. And, obviously we'll talk all about the ending because we're going to do an episode recap and talk about the episode. But then we need one more video to kind of really take everything in and think about what next. So that's what you guys can look forward to. Obviously, the live stream the Saturday before the finale drops. Check that out. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. We'll be here again in a couple days for episode 9. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Later.
Peace.
I had to go in and cut out a leak from the last year video because you guys commented it was a leak. So thank you for that. So now we're aware of one of the leaks, unfortunately. But we're not going to let you guys know.
Whoever that is, I hate you. Oh, God.
I snipped it out of the video. Luckily, you can do that on YouTube. But yeah, we don't want any leaks. We want to have fun and try to figure it out on our own.